Alright, so today I'm going to be doing some work on the car. I've been getting a vibration sound coming from the wheels. It sounds kind of like an airplane. It's not good. It's indicative of a bad bearing. So I'm going to have to change the whole bearing assembly, or the hub, if you will. The way that you can tell which side of the car it's on is you can push on the tire and you're going to hear a loose noise, which you shouldn't. So this is what it sounds like. Yeah, so that's not good. The other tire doesn't do that, so I'm able to ascertain that this is the tire or the hub that needs replacing. Over here, you can see I have the new hub. So make sure you get the one that's for your car, because this one has an ABS ring on it. I've got some brake cleaner, some anti-seize, some Loctite, just because I'm going to be handling the rotors and my lug nuts and all that, so I might as well maintain them. I've got a 36 mil socket, which coincides with the axle nut. These are one-time use only, so you got to get a new one from the dealer. Don't put the same one back on or your wheel could fall off. I've also got a torque wrench that's capable of torquing up to 220 foot-pounds. You know, it never hurts to have a rag, the socket's set, and obviously your jack. I'll be back. Okay, so we've taken the caliper off and we've suspended it so that it's not resting on the hose. I took the rotor off. The rotor came off very easily because of all the grease that I had in here on the actual hub face. So these are just preventative maintenance that makes your life easier later on. So this is the axle nut I was talking about, one-time use. You take this off, throw it out, and replace it with a new one. Okay. And because the car is well maintained and pretty new, the hub actually just slides off. I'm lucky enough, right? So there's the old one, here's the new one, right? If it doesn't come off like that, well then you're gonna have to probably use a torch to heat it up and or some force. Okay, so I got the new hub onto the frame there. As you can see, I neglected to mention this, but there's a little protective cap. You can simply get that off by just using a screwdriver. Just tap it in and then just twist, and that'll pull that cap out. Once you torque your axle nut, make sure you torque it to the spec. For me, I used my torque wrench at 220 foot-pounds. And then you put the cap back on. I've put some anti-seize on the face of the hub, and I'm ready to reinstall my rotor. As you can see, the old bearing had a lot of play in it, a lot of wear. So that's not good. That's why I was making noise. So that's why we had it replaced. All right, so we got the caliper and the rotor back on, and just applied some anti-seize to the outside of the rotor just to eliminate rust. Just don't forget that since you were handling the rotor, you want to use some brake cleaner and clean both sides of the rotor so that your brakes are as effective as possible. And that should conclude the the repair or the swap out. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're able to get something from this video. Ciao.